Okay, sup you chuck fucks. This is your boy Dark Raccoon here with What If Issei what if Issei was a gunslinger and a martial arts master part 6? Now, before I continue on, I know what y'all thinking. Hold up. What the fuck? A part 6? This is the rarest opportunity to see a what if actually grow so far instead of being cut out like part 2, part 5 or whatever. Now, before anyone says that, fuck you. But that's the point. No, not really, but, what's it called? What's it called? Flip. Sorry about that. I'm a bit tired, but not much. I might redo this, maybe. Maybe not. Fuck if I actually fuck up any words. But that's not the point here or there. It was raining yesterday, like, mostly at the night. But of course, when I woke up, yeah, it looks flooded as fuck. I mean, then again, I did get like a storm warning this like morning, like 3 o'clock before me falling asleep. Literally, I got woken up back again by a fucking storm warning, and I just said, fuck off. Like, I was wondering what the fuck that noise was. I thought it was my alarm clock, and I just realized it's a storm warning. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Fuck off. But yeah, at that point, I just fucking fell back asleep like I didn't give a damn. Like, it can be a damn flash flood. I still didn't care that much. Like, I'm already inside. Fuck off. I'm trying to sleep. But yeah, it was annoying. But that's not the point here, there. Let me begin into this what if and let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, we go into mostly Issei going, well, towards Kuwa Academy. Of course, he no longer is a devil and no longer has to serve a red-haired girl. And of course, he just did beat the shit for well, let me say it again. That's where, well, he says that he did beat the shit out of a flaming chicken last time, mostly on kind of like Monday. And of course, he did party on Monday and Tuesday, or mostly Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday. He partied like pretty much a lot. Of course, he got hammered, and of course, he really didn't do anything with Micah, but a lot of people in the whole Yakuza probably already expect stuff. Because they know that they're children, but yet mostly they are always kind of lying half the time. Even though they're telling the truth this time, because, well, mostly Issei is right now pissed and annoyed with everyone in the damn Yakuza. Because literally, Micah, every time she gets near Issei, she's literally a blushing mess. Which, of course, Issei really thinks is so fucking cute. And of course, even with her sadistic side, when she has two personalities. One is her kind of like mostly already nervous self, with the other one being kind of sadistic side and other stuff. Of course, also murderous. This is where, well, with her murderous side, she can also become a blushing mess. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei doesn't understand why, but yeah. Either she probably had the third personality, but Issei doesn't really care that much. This is where, well, he stays right now in school, right now getting bored out of his mind and falling asleep, but yeah. So, mostly Issei is like right now falling asleep. And this is where, well, he is asleep and doesn't really care about really like paying attention to the teacher. The teacher tries to throw a chalk, mostly like this piece of chalk straight towards Issei. Issei catches that shit in an instant and basically just throws it back at the teacher. Without a care in the world, he's a menace. He doesn't care. This is where, well, it hit the teacher right in like the stomach, and this is where the teacher felt like he needed to use the bathroom. He started shitting himself by actually like farting, and this is where he says, I need to go to the bathroom! Move! This is where, well, Issei chuckles and says, that's quite funny for me. This is where, well, most of the students watch up at mostly the teacher and also Issei's antics because, well, he became a little bit more different. This is where, well, right now, Anhead was the only one kind of just laughing, bursting out laughing and saying, Teach, run to the bathroom, you gotta make it! This is where, well, the teacher screams down the hallway, ah! This is where, well, Anhead just dies. He's like, nah, he never made it to the bathroom. Nah, it's gonna be such a shitty hallway down there. This is where, well, Issei is just falling asleep, like, without a care in the world. And this is where, well, everyone just switch up and like, what the fuck? Issei really doesn't care. He's on menace time right now. This is where, well, mostly Anhead is just dying. This is where, well, people are also sweating on the Anhead. This is where, well, mostly just short dropping, but yeah. But we go into mostly a time skip of mostly getting to lunchtime. Issei kind of like is in basically under a tree with mostly what's it called on him, kind of just messing with him, saying, so if Micah came to this school, will you two be doing it in a locker? This is where he says, what the hell are you talking about? You know, since last time, mostly on Thursday, we caught you two sleeping together. We don't know what happened. We can only guess, and this is where Issei says, we didn't do anything, jackass. Oh, come on. You two really do like each other. I would not be surprised if you two didn't just, like what's it called, did it all night. I would be damn surprised if you didn't do it all night. Issei said, what the... Why are you trying to involve your life into my freaking sexual life? Bro, I'm just saying. Because, you see here, you are mostly the loneliest person in the entire Yakuza. You act loneliness. You really are loneliness. You're the definition of loneliness. That's where Issei says, fuck off. Bro, it won't be even bad if you had a mate. You can just, well, every time you feel pent up stress, you can always just like, This is where mostly Issei says, you're an annoying bastard. I'm gonna kill you. This is where Issei gets up and says, fuck you. This is where, him said, bring it on, motherfucker. I'm not getting knocked out too easily. This is where Issei right now disappears. Mostly disappears by going underneath and then sending a powerful kick straight towards on his kind of head, knocking him out. This is where, well, Jorge, Jogo, and also, not Jogo, Jagale, whatever. And also, what's it called? Mostly Tyrone are just getting there. This is where they see Anha get knocked the fuck out and they say, idiot. This is where, well, they're all just having food with themselves. Mostly Tyrone's kind of having like, what's it called, like this burger. Jorge's having like this taco. And Chego is kind of having also a burger, but yeah. They also do throw a burger straight towards mostly Issei, which Issei caught it, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Tyrone says, so what the fuck was on about? I don't know. I feel like he's still drunk and out of his mind. This is where, well, mostly on his, oh, come on, I'm not. This is where, well, mostly, Jorge goes up to, what's it called? On him and says, you want a taco? This is where, well, mostly, he says, yeah, I do want a taco. Ah, I got just kicked to the fucking side of the head. What the hell, Issei? I'm just asking. Issei says, then don't ask. I'd rather you not ask about her. This is where, well, Tyrone and even Jogo says, oh, you're about, so you're on about that kind of confrontation. So, did you two really do it? This is where Issei says, no, I didn't. This is so pissing me off. This is where, well, Issei is right now getting so annoyed that he's actually releasing a bit of reality. This is where, well, mostly mostly Jalen and also Tyrone just says, I mean, we are just kind of concerned, bro. We are wondering because you've been in that room. We just fell asleep, okay? Nothing else. Really? You haven't like actually just hammered yourself into her, what's it called? Mostly he says, no. We didn't do anything. Even the dragon can confirm that. This is where, well, he says, dragon? Dragon's still asleep. He says, okay, fuck you, dragon. At this point, I really don't understand why I even still have you. Whatever. I should ask one of the sealers to seal this damn dragon. This is where Drake managed to come out and say, no, don't you dare seal me again. I want to see my host of ventures, not be able to kind of be sealed out of here, and of course not be able to see my host fight the white one. Issei said, I'm not fighting the white one. I don't give a damn who the hell you are. I'm not fighting the damn white one. You can go fuck yourself, Issei said, without a care in the world. Drake said, why won't you fight him? This is where Issei says, I don't care. I really don't care. Like, you can fucking tell me that I suck. I should really fight him. No, I don't care. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, this is where, well, the red dragon said, well, I just want to know if you can fight the white one. You're the strongest host I ever had, but yet you don't want to fucking, like, help me out. Like, fight the white one. What happens if the white one decides to go after that girl you like? What was her name? Micah? Issei growls in an instant, saying, "Don't you dare involve her with any of your bullshit. I don't give a damn who you are. Fuck off." This is where, well, mostly Issei said with such an angry tone. This is where, well, Drake actually almost gets kind of scared for a second until mostly he then kind of just smirks and says, "What, you don't want the white one to go after her? You don't want her to kind of die in the middle of our battle? You know you are destined to fight the white one." This is where, well, Issei said, "Oh really? I'm destined to fight the white one. What happened if I use my abilities and powers? You tried to change your color scheme. I hope I can change it to white, so you can hate and despise the same color as your rival." This is where, well, Drake whined his eyes and said, No, Issei, we can talk about this. Issei saying, "No, I'm going to change the damn color scheme because you're pissing me off. Even though I love red, you are right now pissing me off from the hating the fact that color red." This is where, well, mostly Drake says, "Come on," he said, "we can talk about this. Come on." This is where, well, mostly the others are watching this, and this is where, well, mostly Drake says, "Come on," he said, "we can talk about this. Don't do this to me." He says, "Fine, but don't piss me off. And don't you dare bring, what's it called, her into this. She has nothing to do with it." This is where, well, mostly Drake says, "Oh, come on. I'm just messing with you, kid. Besides, you will have more girlfriends in the near future. Besides, dragon attract a lot of powerful women. So you should prepare yourself. You can't just prepare yourself for one girl." He says, "Oh, I'm gonna prepare myself to literally be avoiding everyone like the plague. The only thing that matters is my girlfriend. Nothing else. So you do admit that she is your girlfriend. Fuck you." This is where, well, mostly Drake was laughing and chuckling. This is where, well, Issei was getting annoyed. This is where, well, mostly he came out of nowhere and says, "So, did you really do it with her? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just trying to be a bro here." This is where, well, and this is where Issei says, "You're not trying to be a bro, you're trying to be a hoe half the time. Fuck off." This is where, well, the others chuckle, and this is where, well, mostly, and he says, "Fuck you." But we go into a time skip with mostly Issei kind of getting, well, mostly he is walking around the school kind of because he decided to just walk around until he kind of felt something strange. He felt like Matsuda's energy arises. This is where, well, he decides to run straight towards what's happening, and this is where, well, he sees Matsuda, and right now with the other Kendo, mostly the Kendo girls. Now, of course, this is where one sight that he never expected to see Matsuda. Matsuda has power right now arising from him, but of course, it's like this dark energy. This is where, well, he has, mostly his eyes are kind of just black, and this is where, well, he has a grin, mostly a very lustful, malicious grin. This is where, well, mostly the girls are right now entangled up in these, like, black tentacles, and of course, this is where, well, two captains are right now trying to fight back against the mostly crazy perverts. This is where, well, Murahama is nowhere in sight, and this is where he says, "Okay, don't know where he's at." We go into Murahama. Murahama's in what's called, like, nurse office right now, really hurt from the fact that Tyrone and Jago kind of do chase after him for a support ship. But yeah, he is really hurt. This is where, well, he never expected to get more beatings in a normal day, but yeah, then again, they haven't showed up for like 3 days, so of course that happened. This is where, well, mostly we go back into Issei kind of seeing Murahama. Now, of course, the two Kendo girls are right now activating something. Well, Moriyama activates this kind of sword. She still has her kind of wooden sword, but it becomes an actual true sword. And this is where, well, she then says, well, her sword glowed in an instant into becoming like fully white, which Issei got kind of curious because the sword kind of glowed, looked similar to that of Tyrone's sword. This is where, that's Moriyama. Catherine actually activates her sword, mostly something that he never expected to neither. Mostly her sword became like this pink sword in an instant. Instead of being this wooden sword, it became a pink sword with the sheath being kind of like, mostly like a cherry blossom pink. This is where when she unsummons her sword started crackling and becoming into mostly these particles of like, these pink particles, similar to like Samban Sakura, but it's not. This is where, well, then there's actually another member that he never seen. Actually, he has seen because he remembers kind of like helping this girl in directions because she seems to be from South Korea. But mostly this girl kind of has brownish, like lightish brown hair, lightish brown eyes, and of course having these giant glasses, like giant round glasses. Now of course you can remember she is quite strong and powerful, and of course at the same time somewhat beautiful, because her techniques and sword style is quite cool. Mostly she is also quite badass because he remembers kind of helping her, and of course they did help this like old lady in the beginning of the day when Issei was getting to school. Of course, kind of like hunt down this guy that was right now riding a motorcycle, and of course try to like beat the shit of him, which Issei and even this girl managed to beat the shit of him. But yeah, and get the bag back for the old lady. Now they had to just get back to cool, but yeah, which Issei just decided to give her a ride, but not the point. Of course it worked well. Issei didn't really take off his helmet until mostly she left, but yeah, because Issei doesn't want to be bothered during the whole day about who he actually looks like. But yeah, or yeah, he doesn't like half of the females in the school. Of course, she didn't seem lustful, and she looks more like a powerful woman to actually like fight instead of being like any near guy and trying to just flirt, whatever, poke her. But yeah. But of course, he noticed her, and of course, this is where she activates something behind her, and this is where it was like this, like, mostly like this figure made out of energy. It's none other than Chakatai, and of course, it's basically called, mostly this figure is none other than, what's it called? This is what she kind of looks like, but this is where, well, something activates. It's like mostly a figure behind her, kind of looking like this figure, but of course, this is where, well, she instead had, what's it called, these, like, mostly kind of weird, I don't know how to explain it, whatever. It's someone like coming out of her hair, and this is where, well, it's called Bang Chi on High. Oh, wait, you know, I'm gonna fuck it up, but yeah, she basically puts her hand on her mostly, well, hand on top of her like head, and of course, where, well, she swings down while mostly Moriyama swings up, and this is where, well, mostly Catherine just swings her sword randomly. This is where all the attacks smash it into mostly the dark figure of what's it called, mostly Masuda. This is where Masuda gets hit by all of that and screeches. Of course, the girls who are mostly from the Kendo Club sees they're kind of Catholics, but of course they're passing out because their energy is being slowly drained. This is where, well, mostly Matsuda growls and says, "Rrr, rrr." This is where he tries to attack the three girls before something happens. A blue settle actually smashes into him. This is where, well, he screeches in anger. This is where, well, mostly someone appears right in front of him in an instant. Right now, swinging his sword right in front of him and stabbing, or mostly not swinging his sword, mostly just kind of piercing his sword into mostly Matsuda's chest. This is where Matsuda cough up a little bit of blood. But this is where all the girls behind him, mostly the Kendo girls, right now there's tentacles kind of like entanglement where it's just cut in an instant. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama, Catherine, and even mostly the other girl kind of seem surprised. And this is where, well, it's none other than Issei. Issei says, "You're so fucking annoying, Matsuda." Issei grabs him from the face by his hand and right now just chucked him out of the whole darkness energy. This is where, well, the darkness energy is really a part of mostly Matsuda. So Matsuda smashes into a tree, but this is where darkness energy appeared back again. This is where Matsuda was angry and annoyed with Issei. He started rushing straight towards Issei. Issei says, "Damn annoying bastard." This is where, well, Issei right now looks at Matsuda coming closer, and this is where Issei started walking towards Matsuda. And this is where, well, Issei says, "Re-taekwondo." Triple kick. This is where, well, Issei right now disappears and appears behind Matsuda. This is where, well, three different triple kicks appear, like an illusion, appear around Matsuda. This is where, well, his head, he literally was spinning up in the air. And this is where Issei right now sighs. And this is where, well, he right now transformed his sword into a gun for a second. And this is where he says, "Settle shot." It's mostly single shot, mostly un balazo, yeah, I might just call it un balazo cero. This is where, well, bah, he shoots what's it called, Matsuda in the chest. Right now destroying some darkness energy that was actually connected with his chest. It's mostly near his heart. But of course, just shoot out the darkness little thing. It looked like a bug for a second. This is where, well, mostly Matsuda falls down to the ground. This is where, well, darkness energy started just fading away from him. This is where Issei sweat drops and says, "Okay, so that's how mostly, well, that's how it works." Okay, interesting. Also, the song during the whole battle was kind of this song. Wait. So this song was basically the song that was the whole time, but yeah. Mostly, See, I lost this. Let's see, but no. Oh, yo, my fucking sucks. Okay. Basically, that is literally Issei's theme song. Think of it like Virgil's kind of buried the light theme song. That's basically his theme song, but not the point. Issei is right now, he unsheathed his sword and his sword disappears. Mostly, it turned back to a sword instead of a gun. And this where, well, Issei sword drops and right now says, so annoying. This bastard's really annoying. Maybe I should just kill him. It'll be less of a problem than near headache. This is where Issei was about to think of killing Matsuda until someone actually points their sword into Issei's throat. It's none other than Moriyama. This is where Issei says, why do you keep stopping me? This is where, well, Moriyama says, because I don't want you to become a monster like him. This is where, well, Issei says, what do you mean? This is where, well, Moriyama's face becomes a little red and says, because if I let you kill him, if I let you kill someone that was literally a part of your past, I feel like you would try to kill more people. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to kind of go down the path of a psycho murderer. This is where, well, Moriyama screeches, mostly towards Issei, mostly screams. This is where, well, Issei sword drops and says, do you really think I'm not already a psycho murderer? Do you really think that I'm just going to let people push me around? No. This is where, well, Issei said with such an angry tone. Issei right now removes his sword from his neck in an instant, just push her back away. Now, if you don't, well, understand, I already killed multiple people. Besides, I'm literally a bounty hunter. What do you think that I'm going to be living like? I literally kill people for a living. Do you think I haven't already killed multiple people? Yeah, right. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama right now starts crying because, well, she never expected that Issei is an actual bounty hunter who actually kills people for a living. So, of course, this is where, well, she kind of already fell at that whole subject. This is where, well, mostly she started crying. That's where he beside her. And this is where, well, he decided to sit next to her because she did kind of fall down. This is where Moriyama was confused until Issei said, but I won't kill them. Even if I have the temptation to actually kill Matsuda and Murahama, my friends enjoy beating the shit out of them most of the time and also torturing them. Why would I kill them for basically just for my somewhat friends' amusement to be stopped? I'm not gonna do that. Besides, my friends are idiotic the same time as like Matsuda and Murahama, but they're not perverts. They're not that annoying. I think Angel is a pervert because he's been asking about my goddamn sexual life. But that's not the point. Besides, I won't kill them. If it makes you happy, I won't kill them. If it also makes you happy, I would, this is where, well, Issei is thinking, what should I say with this shit? This is where, well, J-Track says, you know, you can always just ask her out. This is where he says, no, I can't just ask her out like that blankly because that'd be stupid. This is where, well, J-Track says, come on, she's already seemed to have a crush on you. Wait, what? Have you not noticed? She has feelings for you. This is where, well, Issei switch off and says, but I already am going on with, this is where J-Track says, besides, look here, Issei. You're a dragon. You're basically hosting me. You're gonna have a harem, you like it or not, in the near future. Issei switch up and says, can't I just have 2 girls then? Hey. That 2 girls can evolve to having 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. I don't know how many you can have, but guess what? The limits are possible. Whatever they are, you can break them. Besides, you're my host that does the impossible, aren't you? Issei switch up and says, fine. Issei says, Moriyama. This is where Moriyama looks up, still crying, until Issei said, would you like to go out with me? This is where Moriyama's face becomes all flustered red and say, huh? Wait, what? This is where, well, mostly Issei kind of did also smile at her, making her more flustered and red. And this is where, well, Issei said, you would be kind of my, you know, I should probably be truth to her because I don't want her to kind of get angry and bothered if she ever meets what's it called, Maria, or, yeah, Micah. This is where, well, mostly Drake says, I don't think it's a good idea. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, I'm gonna be true for her. Fuck that. I'm not gonna lie to her because it would look kind of like cheating. This is where, well, mostly Drake says, whatever, brat. Besides, I was just telling you it's not a good idea. Just let her meet her and blah blah blah. Issei says, fuck off, D-Drake. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of mostly Issei explaining to us, well, Moriyama, she's not actually going to be the first girlfriend because he actually has a second girlfriend. Well, mostly a first girlfriend in the first place. Her name is Maika and Tatsumi. And of course, he explains that he met her during the job of mostly being a bounty hunter. Because he actually explains that he actually does work with the Yakuzas. Mostly the Yakuza that actually is in Japan, mostly in Koa. And that is the White Cherry Blossom. This is where, well, mostly Captain heard about this and says, wait, those? You actually work with them? They're actually mostly one of the less kind of people that are perverts at the time. They are mostly the less people that actually work with prostitution, other shit like that. They are actually quite good people, in my opinion. And besides, I do like the white blossom trees most of the time. I wish they were pink. This is where he says, yeah, I think my uncle tries to talk to the leader of that one time. Of course, the leader didn't want it, and he said, fuck off. But yeah, wait. This is where, well, both Catherine Moriyama and even what's it called, the girl with brownish hair, her name is actually Mirio. And this is where, well, when this says, wait, your uncle, is he the leader? No, he's the vice leader. Issei said, wait, what? They scream into Issei's ear and Issei say, what? This is where, well, mostly they say, we never knew anything about that. Does that mean your parents? No, my parents are just regular people. Annoying, neglecting bastards most of the time. My uncle's the only one to take care of me. Mostly whenever my parents decide to walk away to go to whatever bullcrap. Of course, not just my uncle, but also my grandparents. Like my grandfather, my grandmother. I really much just love my grandparents, my uncle, his, what's it called, wife, so counting as my aunt. And yeah, I pretty much just kind of like them because they're good people. Of course, they never had children. They also had the same problem with the Hyodos. But yeah. What do you mean Hyodos? You see here, Hyodo is not really my last name. It's pretty much a part of, I think, my maiden mother's name, or probably fake name. I fucking don't know. But my real name is supposed to be Jin, or Stark is also a part of that name, because Stark is actually my actual, what's it called, great-grandfather's last name. Mostly his full name was Coyote Stark. And that's how I can use his powers. I feel like you already seen them, me using them. This is where both Moriyama and Catherine kind of blush because they remember seeing that site because they did see the rating games and they are blushing madly. This is where, well, Issei says, from your faces, I'm guessing that you already seen that form. This is where both of them nodded. Well, that form is called Los Lobos, mostly Resurrection Los Lobos. That's just a part of my great-grandfather's abilities and powers. I pretty much actually managed to awake them. But not the point. I think I also have a different type of abilities from him, but that'll be not the point here. I've tried to find out how to awaken them. But that's not the point. Mostly, my last name is considered to be Stark also. Also, Jin is really a part of my great-grandfather's, well, not great-grandfather, mostly my grandfather's name. He used to be a war veteran and also a martial arts master. I always tried to become a martial arts master. That means every time I go into bounty hunting, it's not just me kind of going with money. I also want to learn more experience from more martial arts masters who are supposedly go after. Or sometimes don't go after, but I just want to see the martial arts. How strong would it be against my martial arts? This is where, well, mostly Mary kind of questioning what kind of martial arts does he actually uses. Even Catherine is actually curious, even Moriyama. This is where Issei says that he uses a mostly martial arts that's not really used right now and not many people know about it. The only people that know about it is him and someone else. And also his grandfather, but his grandfather's long deceased. Well, mostly just dead already. This is where, well, they are confused and they say, what type is it? It is called Re-Taekwondo. Well, the other person doesn't know about Re-Taekwondo. He does know the basic, but he knows his own kind of martial arts. Well, I'll explain that later. This is where, well, they say Re-Taekwondo. It's like Taekwondo, but instead it's different. You see here, I do different other things in Re-Taekwondo. It's a more powerful type of, I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah. This is where, well, we'll see, they kind of nod and say, can we learn about it? Maybe. I don't know if I can teach you. I really suck at teaching people. This is where, well, mostly they kind of just smiles and says, I mean, we are kind of, well, wanting to learn a lot about you most of the time. We can also teach you how to use a sword properly, because we just noticed that you swing the sword randomly. This is where he says it, okay, fine. This is where, well, you see kind of face just became red in an instant, just kind of out of embarrassment because, yes, he's completely an amateur when he's using a sword. He's only got this lucky because people really thought he was actually a badass because literally him trip the fuck out, him always being emotionless and stoic, literally thought that Issei is also a swordsman, but he's not. He's literally an amateur. Just where, well, his face because Red said, leave me alone. This is where, well, mostly they kind of giggles at mostly Issei's antics. This is where, well, he says, okay, I haven't learned how to use a sword. Okay, leave me alone. I tried to learn it with one of my friends, but it's kind of bad. I need the basics. This is where, well, they says you definitely do need the basics. This is where, well, they're giggling at Issei, and he says, leave me alone. This is where his face is a little red and just looking away. This is where, well, mostly Mira says, so, what's your full name entirely? Issei Jin Stark. This is where, well, they also ask about mostly his grandfather's name. Not his great-grandfather, his grandfather's name. His name was Taejin Jin, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Mira says, wait, Taejin? I think I heard of that name. You see here, my grandfather's actually from South Korea, somewhat. This is where, well, mostly they actually wonder, I'm saying, so you're Japanese, South Korean, and what else? Hispanic. Wait, so you're Hispanic, so you talking Spanish is basically natural to you. Yeah, I went to Mexico for 1 year. Not gonna lie, I met Angel and even Jorge's kind of parents. They were quite nice people and respect me as like one of their own. And not gonna lie, they have lots of children, but they did not care about the fact that they had lots of children. They care about all of them, even me. They really did kind of treat me as like I'm one of their own children, which I am actually quite grateful for that because mostly my own parents are not the best. So of course I was kind of happy to kind of find true love and family. And they are actually all about family in mostly Mexico sometimes, Issei said. This is where mostly they can just like look at Issei with a smile and says, well, that's good to know that you actually found true people to care about you, even if your parents are just neglected assholes. This is where Mariyama said, I have never heard you cuss. This is where Issei said, right now, blankly, even Mariyama, well, not Mariyama, even Catherine, and even Mira kind of just wind their eyes. And this is where, well, mostly Mariyama's face becomes red. And this is where Issei said, it's kind of cute. This is where Mariyama's face becomes fully red. She said, don't say that. No. This is where Catherine and even Mira feels kind of jealous. Seeing, what's it called, their kind of friend, someone, their, well, new friend / old friend, mostly being Mariyama, just kind of get the attention of someone who's actually cute and hot at the same time. Of course, this is where, well, they aren't even in the relationship with Issei, but still they actually want to be in the relationship. This is where Mira actually was brave enough and says, Issei. Issei said, huh? Will you go out with me, please? I want to go also in a relationship. I don't care if you have one girlfriend or two girlfriends. I would like to be in a relationship with you. This is where Catherine says, me too. Don't leave me out of this. This is where Maria says, huh? Wait, no, you can't just take him away from me. No, you two don't even know him. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, then again, we have barely even known each other in the high school. This is where Mariama says, that's beside the point. I know you since middle school. I'm not going to let Catherine or even Mira just take you away from me. Issei swatch off and say, what am I, some kind of piece of meat? This is where, well, mostly both Catherine, Mariyama, and even her kind of blush and say, no. This is where, well, Issei says, please don't touch or treat me like a piece of meat. I know I did that at the beginning of the year. I was a pervert. But please don't try to treat me like a piece of meat. I apologize all the time, please. This is where, well, they kind of blush and say, sorry. This is where, well, Issei says, no, it's fine. Sure, I'll go out with all three of you. I don't actually know how to do that. Actually, I haven't even went on a date with my first one. Oh, shit, I don't really know how to do this. This is where, well, we'll see Drake says, calm down, kid. I will teach you. I'm basically your coach from the inner world. This is where, well, Issei says, oh, God. I need to talk to my uncle about this. This is where D-Drake says, what about me, asshole? I'm the longest living being here. I think I know how to go out on a date with someone. This is where, well, Issei keeps ignoring D-Drake, and this is where D-Drake says, Issei, stop ignoring me. But for right now, I'm going to leave it off here for kind of part 6, because, sorry about that, because I have to go somewhere, but other than that, bye, see you, and yeah.